Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Emmanuel. Good morning, Luis. Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Awesome. So we can wait a couple of more minutes before we start. Awesome. So we can wait a couple of more minutes and then we can start. Uh, Hi Andre, hi Luis. Okay, let's start with that. So let's look at the SPY and what the SPY is doing. Yesterday, SPY closed very positive and very strong. Um so if we see here, uh, last almost half an hour was really bullish, and then after hours, it couldn't go higher, but it was retained that same level in the pre-market. It's clearly gapping up. Now it's coming and touching back and retesting the VWAP, breaking the VWAP. So it's a good area, but it's a very congested area because market is all-time high. So people are fearful too. So they don't know. I mean, nobody knows. Now we have to go with the flow. We have to see that how things are happening. And just like if you look at today, even we might not see so many good movers. Yesterday also, I had a red day, so we need to be very careful. Only try to focus on the good setup because even some of the stocks are gapping up, but with the no volume or after gapping up, it stay very flat, and that was happened with me yesterday, and I chopped with the different stocks. So we need to be very careful um, in the opening. I will be very careful today in the opening. The QQQ looked the same, closed very strong, and then touching now VWAP with the high volume. Couldn't make a new high. 8:30 is always the good time period to see whether institutional investors are taking profit or wanted to buy more. So seems like that most of the institutions have, you know, sold and took some profit based on the yesterday high. So uh, can you guys hear me now? I think Louis says there's no audio. Can you guys hear me? So based on that, so let's look at it. The market is gapping up on the both side. Let's check it out. What are the gapping downs? Gapping up stocks are. So if I say gap up, so based on that, I have RLX. I think this was a recent IPO. So it tried to went back up, came down all the way, and now it's giving a V-shaped recovery, and it's looked like is a very good resistance on the 2050 or 2070. And if it's break that, it can be a very nice run on the long side. So, but right now it is under 19. So just watch out the level 20. I think level 20 would be an important level for going along on this. So I will keep an eye on the RLX. But if you look at the daily, looks very strong. But if you look at the intraday does not look so strong. Uh, it tried to break this 2050 level, rejected, went back up, rejected again, then came down, then go flat and then broke down. So now it is very close to the yesterday high, which is around the 1950s. So it is going to be very important to see that whether it holds this 1950 and the 19. I will in fact give up space until 1936, and if it hold this, then we this RLX has a potential to break 20, and it can be a good pop. We can have a good ride on top. So I will definitely shortlist RLX. So next stock I have is both are fintech holding companies. Uh, spam. So this is the one is the Futo. Futo is keep popping up in the last few days. Look at the daily. Dailies look like the same, that it's sold off very much, then went back up. Now it has a strong resistance area. which is from last 4 days. It's trying to break. So day one, day two, day three, day four, and day five. Today is a day fifth, which is trying to break the 166 level, and so far it's stuck on 163.50. So it can be an important one, but if you look at this yesterday bar, it's very bearish. So we might, it's just a bounce back. We might see, just coming down as well. So we need to keep an eye. I do not trust this because sometimes it gets spready, and it can gap up and then close very red, just like gap up yesterday and close red. So we need to keep an eye on this. But look at the intraday. Intraday look very strong. It's clearly momentum upside. At 8 o'clock, we got some volume, and it touched again the same as it touched on the 4 o'clock morning session, which is the pre-market high 163.50. So this we have a very strong resistance. Um, if it breaks this, then yeah, definitely we have a good run up. But you can see that the range of this stock or channel is almost $6 channel. So be careful on the stock. It can jump in the pricing. So $5.20 is the channel, and the smaller channel is coming up at the 160. So let's see that whether it holds the 160 level or not. So Futo we can put on our secondary list. Guys, will appreciate if you give me thumbs up. I don't see thumbs up yet. Yeah, would really appreciate if you guys give me thumbs up. And the next one I have a tiger. So I think more or less every uh, daily looked similar, same sold off, coming up on the important one. Last 4 days is consolidating and trying to break. So if today the market gets strong, we most likely gonna see a break on many stocks. So just we need to keep an eye. I will keep here this level is 24.30 is the level I can mark it, and we'll see that if it's gonna break this level because it looks very strong. If you look at it, it's better than Futo. 2 days around is, cool down or consolidated and now trying to break. If it's break this level 20, we can start building a position at the 24, then we can add our 24.50, and we'll see that how does it play. So looks good to me. We can definitely, I didn't trade this much or never traded, I guess, but for sure the tiger would be the good one. Okay, so next one is I don't have any other in the gapping up. Do you guys have any other in the gapping up which you want me to see? And meantime, I can go and check the gap down ones, or if you have anything, you can show. You can put on the comments. Guys, I still see so many users are watching us but not giving us the thumbs up. If you're not happy, please give me feedback how we can improve. Don't stay quiet. Either give me thumbs up or give feedback. That I really want from you guys and appreciate that. Um FCEL, FCEL is look very cool. Uh, is it's losing this momentum. It's going downward. I'm not sure whether it has a news or is a catalyst, but this look very interesting. Um, I already trade this in the pre-market today. In my other account, I basically shorted at 1620 on a 1 minute chart. I will show you. So uh, I basically shot it here around 1620. After this pullback, I shot it here 1620 with the 25-cent risk, and I closed it my position on the 1560. Then I because I have to step out from the house. So I close at 1560. I didn't wait to get this pullback and then goes down as well. So the price action is good, the volume is good. I already had one trade in the pre-market, so I will keep an eye definitely for the after the market opens, because look at it, it's look very beautiful. Down, tested VWAP, came down, tested VWAP, coming down. So very strong resistance on the VWAP. So this looks very good. Let's see that after the big volume comes in, does it continue this trend or what happens? So FCEL is looks very good. I will mark this levels. So Louis saying the FTCV. Let's see FTCV for gapping up. So FTCV. So FTCV. What happened? Why we do not have our previous day data here in the 5 minute chart? Okay, so it's very low volume, sudden volume came in. I don't know, is there any catalyst or news here? Uh, so all morning it was consolidating, then it came down. So I don't know. So even though it gapped up, but it is clearly, you know, trending down. And and this is the sudden movement, so it may be a pump and dump. I don't know. Look at the daily, how horrible the daily it is. So I don't know. I mean, this is very volatile. It can easily bust your account. I mean, if you even take 100 shares and you just start moving up like a GME, so be very careful because you don't know this volatility comes in again. What is the float on this? Let's look at the float. It's only 21 million shares. So see, when these kind of stocks, which has a very small share float, which is only 21 million, you can imagine that is very easy to control. So, for instance, it was on $10. Anyone, with $1 million can easily control this company and easily can dump and then pump, right? So be very careful with the short float or small float companies, which is has only 20 million, 21 million, that can easily control things and it can easily rip you off. So be very careful on that. For gapping down, I have NKLA. NKLA has been a long time I have not traded, but I don't know, does it have any momentum left or not? So average range is only $1. So I don't know that do we need to trade this because we might not get a good momentum out of it. Uh, Last few days is only 80 cents in the whole day. So I don't think so that this stock anymore is a day trading stock because it doesn't have any potential to move. People do not have any interest in this stock anymore. It's already is it was it used to be an $80 stock, right? If I just take a 1 year, it was a $90 stock. It reached to 90 in the June. Now from 90, it just came down to 14, or might not might be will just go under $4. So it's just having on a slow death. I don't know whether we get the volume like this. I think the volume would only come when it's gonna squeeze. Gapping down, I don't think so there would be any reason for us to trade on this. So ACAM is a good stock, but I don't know because I traded once in the for intraday and it can dodge you very quickly. And a spready stock, low volume stock, I lost $1,000 on it. I had a bad memories on ACAM. Um but for sure, because now if market gaps up and it hold the 100 level, It can easily give you some, but if you look at it, there is no volume. Look, see here, there's no pattern here. It's only a one candle in the last 5 minutes. It has 300 shares so far has been traded. So in 300 shares, we cannot rely on that. Even see when yesterday market was gapping up, this stock is also pushed back up, right? So keep an eye if you really like this, but I don't see at this point any reason for us to trade because it does not have any volume. Other stock I was looking at the CLSK. It was not on my pre-market watch list, but it is though it is gapping down, but I have another scanner which identify if this institutional shareholders are buying any stock more than 20%. So this stock pop up into that list. So if you look at the daily, is getting closer to the support over 21, which already tested couple of times. So because of the institutional news, I'm just thinking that if it bounce back with the market and go over the support over the previous resistance, which is over 2265, and over this, we can easily build the position because if it start gapping up, if it reverse from here after touching the support, and if it's reverse it, then you look at it how big it is a gap. It easily cover this gap because of the institutional, you know, increased holding on this. So we keep an eye as a secondary. I will only trade to in the reversal, not towards the continuation of the trend. Guys, any other stock you have? Because I don't see any other stock on my scanner. This is the only one on the gapping down. I see one more just popped up. CAN. So can is good. So, gapped up, try to move back up again, one more try, and now it is, closing the support. So it can be a very good shot here. If it break the level 30, we can mark that. It can be a very good shot here if it's break the level 30, and then we have support at the 25. We also have a support at 28, and I'm hoping that this support 26 is the good support. And meantime, when it's coming down, this moving average 20 will also touch, and it might bounce from that as well. So it's highly likely. Right now, it is almost changed 5% change, so we can keep an eye on the can. Can could be a good shot for us. This is from the yesterday. E-bond is also closing. So, it has a strong resistance here. If you look at the E-bond uh, on the 1277, this time it go to 12, and then now again it's coming back down to 10. So the momentum it gained 2 days ago, uh, yesterday and day before yesterday, it is losing today. So if it lose the support, the 1050, then it most likely come back to his original place, which is under $6. So you can keep an eye if you want to. I might not trade because under $10, sometimes these stocks doesn't give a good move. But you can definitely keep an eye on this if you want to trade under $10. I also see the plug showed up. What happened here? I'm not sure why I cannot open like this. The plug is also coming down now. So it has the same pattern which you've seen, but this one is not cracking up, but rather it's cracking down. So if we look closely, uh, it has a resistance over 48, right? But we keep an eye because these are the market stocks now, and if it's market turning green and stronger, you never know that it may reverse. So just keep an eye on this. But yes, it looks good on the 5-minute chart as well. Volume was not there until 8 o'clock, 7:30, and the volume started coming in. We saw a couple of times tested the VWAP. It couldn't break the VWAP. So now it looks good. 45 is strong level. So if it try to crack up again and then come down again under 45, I think that can be a good shot. So plug RLX, FCEL, and the can seems like the main candidate for me, and other ones I can just put into a secondary list. Do you guys have any other ones which you want to see? LC. Let me see LC. Yeah, not much volume. So I would shortlist these stocks: plug, RLX, FCEL, and can. I think these looks so momentum and have a good chance to give us the right stock to trade. Um, do you guys have any other item for us to look at it now? This looks good. It doesn't come on my scanner, but it looks good. It's a top gainer. On the 5 minutes, it looks good. So it looks good. 42 has a good support here. Is this Anvis? I never traded this one. What is the float on this? Uh, so it's only 4 million shares. See, this one you might see, oh, is a very good stock, moving up and down, but it's only 4 million shares. Just imagine that how hard is someone to get the 4 million shares, right? And can easily pump and dump. So be very careful with these stocks. Even though it's a $43, but it's just a uh, KMPH. KMPH, uh, really look at this ugly candle. It's another ugly candle, and now it consolidating with, just above the yesterday high. So let's see. We might get a momentum on the long side on this KMPH. We might get the momentum on the long side if it's want to squeeze up. It's still gapping up, consolidating above but it's under the VWAP. So in order for us to go long, we should go long over 1450 with the clear pattern. So here, he tried couple of times. One time rejected. Here one time rejected, 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 rejected. Now let's see that we are coming closer to the 9 o'clock. What he does now. All right, guys, that's all I have right now. Do you guys have any questions or any other thing you want us to look at it? Otherwise, we can end our pre-market session. Lois, Fred, Emmanuel, Andre, any other questions you have or any other uh, thing you want to discuss? Otherwise, we can end the session. So before we end, I got a confirmation about the World Series day trading program. I will make a small video, a very short video, so you know how to register if you wanted to join my team. And I'm thinking in this line that, maybe from the next week after the pre-market session, maybe, just for trial, I wanted to see that whether, live stream on the YouTube would be better or the Zoom session would be better with the live trading with me. I don't know. We'll see, but I will make a short video how you want to register. I will see that how many people are interested in joining my team. Uh, and then based on that, I will decide that which platform I need to use. So, all right, thank you guys. Have a great green day, and hopefully we will end up green week. So we'll touch base again. Stay tuned on the channel. All right, bye guys.